Hey, family, welcome back to the show. It's your boy James Rousseau, aka Trig, right here on Holy Culture Radio. Hey, I have to tell you, I was having a great conversation with a friend yesterday, and we were talking about some of the challenges that he's going through, but navigating very astutely through some of these challenges in regards to his current employer and some things taking place. And it made me, while we were talking, reflect on his career a little bit and another person's career that to me was very similar to when I worked at a bank back in the late 90s. Yeah, late 90s. The CEO was a guy named Skip Shanehalls, Swiss Bank in Delaware. I got a chance to meet Skip, and he became a mentor over time. But one of the things I had learned about him was that he had a track record of turning around thrift banks. Like, he was known, like, people said, you would be in a conversation and Skip's name would come up. Oh, it's Skip Shanehalls. Skip is masterful at turning around thrift banks. And what struck me later in my career was the specificity of how people described him. He wasn't just a turnaround master. He wasn't just someone who worked in thrift bank. Wasn't just called a CEO. He was called, again, described as someone who was masterful at turning around thrift banks. And so I said to the person I was talking to, my good friend, I said, one of the things I've seen you do repeatedly now, so that I think about it, I said, the next place you go to, I'm not sure you're going to be there that long, because I've seen you do this multiple times. You go into what looks like a train wreck in operations and big scale teams and whatnot, and then you turn it around, get it to a good running state, and then you move on. I think that's a descriptor of how you operate, how you position yourself a little bit. You are a turnaround guy, similar to Skip, who's doing it for the full bank. You do it in big operational environments, big, complex, meaty operational environments. And I said that allows you to then say to people, look, I can come help you fix that and do it in a certain period of time, and probably even place the successor who's going to come in after me and run the day-to-day ops. Because look, let's be honest, I think you probably get bored after that point. You like that inclined learning curve and fix it momentum. And then when it kind of gets to steady state, you seem to get a little bored and ready to move on to the next big adventure. He said, yeah. And so I just want to encourage you to do the same thing, family. Think about how you position yourself in your career. A lot of times when people ask what we do, we'll quickly answer with a response that is nothing but our job title. I am a director of marketing. I am a accountant. But what is it that you really do? Are you an accountant, or are you someone that tends to solve organizational problems as it relates to the budget in companies? Or you solve and fix organizational problems as it relates to paying all customers and ensuring they are done so on the right basis? You get my point. How do you describe yourself? How do you position yourself? And it's a great time to think about it. Again, as you go into 2024, and first of all, as you end 2023 and have those performance discussions, having a two-liner or even a one-liner that aptly describes your value and that you've proven over and over again could be a difference maker in both how you are paid now, what you do, and what you do in the future.